with the board. Just go with it. Don't got to go in any particular order.
No, there's no order. There's no order. Why have an order? Orders mean no reason.
Yeah.
We got an order, and there's no order. So
Rebel. Go against it.
be a rebel, man.
Stick it to the man.
We got Randy here. We have our first guest.
We have an audience.
We have an audience for the first time ever. Clap, man, clap.
I am. Can't you hear it?
Woo!
Fucking rock stars.
Fucking rock stars. So we got a few topics that we think are pretty cool. So Woo, you want to start us off with one of the things we were pretty interested about? The Army of the Dead. And we were talking about this on a few episodes ago, I think, right?
Last episode, actually.
Yeah, last episode. Man, they go by so fast. And I love the trailer. I really did. But to find out there's like robot zombies, and it's like, come on, man.
If you seen the trailer last week where you seen a robot like cyborg tiger. Okay.
Yeah.
On top of intelligent, smart zombies. Intelligent, smart, running zombies. And you have cyborg zombies, being cyborg tiger zombies. Now you got robot zombies.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. And we were both like horror fans. My brother way more than me, but man, these ain't the zombies that
George Romero.
These ain't George Romero zombies. These are zombies like, first of all, if you're a robot, you can't be a zombie, right? Okay, you're robotic. You ain't dead. You haven't been brought back from the dead. It's like, how can you be a zombie?
It makes no sense.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Terminator. I mean, I don't understand.
It is more Terminator.
What's the concept?
Because we both agree. We like the trailer. The original trailer from Army of the Dead. And it's promising. Mm-hmm. But it just gets worse.
When you hear about it, it's like Zack Snyder died again. Well,
you nailed it right there.
Well, because like a big Dawn of the Dead fan, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. And then when Zack Snyder rebooted it, I think in 2004, I believe. That's when I think we got introduced to the running zombies. Because 28 days later, they weren't zombies; they're infected. So you can't count 28 days later as zombies because they were
World War
infected.
Z.
They were the infected.
Yeah, the infected.
But with Dawn of the Dead, you had running zombies, and then we got Army of the Dead, which is another Snyder film with running zombies. But he's trying to make them smart. As we were saying last week, but like a robot zombie, how much sense does that make? I thought like a cyborg tiger was kind of strange, but this here takes it to another level.
That makes no sense. Like 0 sense. I mean, first of all, you have to be dead to be a zombie. Mm-hmm. And if you're mechanical, I mean, how does that even work?
A zombie was never,
right.
A robot was never alive. So what's next? Zombie cars?
Zombie computers? Zombie cell phones? I mean,
zombie TVs.
Dude, it just gets...
That's where we're at. Because I was doing some research, just reading this website that I've been going to for 20 plus years. It's called Arrowhead. Just scrolling through.
Great website. Check it out.
And, they're coming out with a new reboot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And majority of the sequels pretty much blew. They did the Jessica Biel one I thought was pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
But the other ones just kind of, they just dumpster fires. They just blew ass. They weren't any good. But now they're redoing it. It's just called the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're basically they're piggybacking off of 1974. So Leatherface disappears from 1974. So it's kind of like the Halloweens where nothing ever happened after 1974. So all the other ones didn't exist.
They're doing that, huh?
They're doing the same thing. So Leatherface just disappears for, what's that, 46 years, something like that. So, but what I'm getting at is originality. There's no more originality. But the thing is, originality is what sells.
I think so too.
Because they're going back to the things that sell.
I agree.
You can piggyback off what the original roots are, and then you can sell from there. But don't try to rape the franchise off of diluting it with a bunch of garbage with the 3s and the 4s. You can redo a Halloween 1 and 2 again and again and again, but when you go Halloween 6, 7, 8, it kind of gets diluted and boring because you don't know where to go with the story. The story's already there. You can just kind of piggyback on that story again and again and again.
Use what you got.
Yeah.
We've said this for how many years? I know Freddy Krueger got kind of diluted, as they all do.
Yeah.
But still, don't give up on it. Just make better.
Yeah, because they want to capitalize, because they want it to sell more at the box office. They want to relate. But Freddy Krueger shouldn't have been a... First of all...
Should have been a Joker.
Well, first of all...
But those were good, though.
He's a child murderer. He shouldn't relate to pop culture. Right. So that's what I don't understand. They're trying to sell to the MTV audience. Freddy Krueger's a child murderer, and they're making him the heron. You know, he's not the villain anymore. He's the hero. So
you're going to school the Freddy Krueger lunch bell.
Yeah. And what his goal is to kill
kids. Yeah. That's his job. And he likes it, you know.
And he became pop culture.
But because it is pop culture. But they were kind of fun movies. I wouldn't say, we can't take it back. Because what's done is done.
Yeah.
But it was good.
They were good for a couple of them, but then it became very diluted because it was just rinse repeat. It was the same thing.
It went too far.
Jokes. Yeah, it was the same thing, and it was year after year after year. There was no break. They didn't wait 3-4 years. It was released in April. The following April, it'd be released. There's no time to actually put together a good script and find the casting and directors. You know, a lot of times when they went in there, they were actually writing lines as they were shooting. Yeah. Because it just didn't go. And that's how kind of bad it got in the end. And we've seen the result of it.
When Freddy Krueger's on your lunchbox, he's not scary anymore. You're not afraid of him.
Well, he's out in the dark a lot of the times. He's at the beach with sunglasses on.
Here's my glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting at with the Army of the Dead, stick with zombies being zombies.
Because that's what's scary.
That's just what they are. Don't dilute it. You don't need to come up with something new every single time that a new show comes out. A cyborg tiger and a robot zombie in the same movie.
Let's hold reservation. We haven't watched it yet. When is it? It comes out in May? Is that what we checked? Is it May?
It's next month. I don't think it's coming out this month.
So, without reservation, we haven't seen it yet, but...
We'll still watch it, definitely.
Zombies should be scary. And maybe not cybernetic. I don't know. Maybe it would be really cool. Maybe we're all wrong. I'm going to watch it. We know we're going to watch it. And we'll give our input on it when that show comes out.
It just sounds weird.
It does, because, I'm not a scientist or anything, but cybernetics and zombies, it's like, you have to be dead to be a zombie. So, it's kind of weird.
It just takes the whole zombiness out of it.
It kind of does. It kind of does.
But that's where we're going at with zombies as we know it,
But I'll give them credit. It's original.
Yeah.
It's original.
Oh, very original.
It's not been done.
No.
As far as I know.
But that's Zack Snyder for you. And that's
right.
That's what Zack Snyder does. We've seen what he did with the DC and the
zombie robots.
And the
sounds like a child's like a show when we were kids. We used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. Zombie robots. Up next.
Yeah.
Whoa! Can't wait.
Yeah, see, that there would work.
Right.
That would work.
But we're adults. We want more. Give me a plot line.
Because it's the same thing. Because you just watch the trailer, it looks like the apocalypse hence the zombie apocalypse.
It does.
They're in the desert, and then you got hordes of zombies, but I just think that if they were stuck with walking, slow, traditional zombies, I know it's kind of boring because it's been done again and again and again, but I think the storyline where because they seem to be involved in a heist, so they're not. They're not good guys.
We paid you to do this,
yeah,
and I will agree with you on that. One thing about, if anybody's watched the show or knows who I am, I love Lost, the show. Lost has a great plot line, great drama. It's a drama way more than action. And that trailer looks more action. And I want more trauma. So it's like,
good,
I don't know.
Because it seems like probably the first 15, 20 minutes, the build-up of the character development with what their sting operation is, then it just goes south. And then just
that's my fear.
From watching the trailer, it's basically you're going to see how they deal with, the shit that goes on.
Right.
Because I'm sure the zombie apocalypse hits while they're doing that. I don't think it's actually going on.
And just for the record, that's a movie, not a show, so they don't have to do the plot development.
They got 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all they got for their character development. That's what you got. You got about 15 minutes to know the characters.
But that's okay. That's what it's built for. So we'll definitely check it out. We'll definitely watch it. But speaking of that, though, because Batista stars in that, right?
Batista is, sir.
Yes. And you were telling me something earlier. Breaking news. Batista wants a job with WB.
Well, he actually went into WB Studios and demanded
I don't get it.
To be Bane. And they pretty much tell him to go fuck himself.
Why? I mean, why would he want to be Bane? The guy who barely talks, he talks less than Drax. I just don't get it. But
well, he probably just figures, a big meathead walks around physical, presence. So it's not like he's going in there and trying to. What I don't understand is like he's going in there and wants to be a role that's going to showcase his acting abilities. Like, I am capable of doing this, but anybody can be Bane because it's really not you acting. It's more or less like what Tom Hardy did, and Venom. He portrayed him. It's just
on that one, yeah. It's just a voice change.
That's all it is, yeah.
Well, it's like if Ray was here, I am Batman. It's a voice changer.
That's pretty much all it is, yeah. Well, that's all it is, yeah.
Bring me back my son. It's just that. It's not you.
Yeah.
It's just.
And you just walk around because he kind of felt menacing when he was walking around.
Right.
Tom Hardy, he looked pretty scary.
Sure.
But then again, it was more the face, the mask that they had on, and I think Batista, I don't know why he would actually really want to be that role because it doesn't showcase his acting ability.
Unless he knows that Drax is going to die in the future movies.
And then he can do...
And he thinks that Bane's going to be big in their upcoming movies. I don't know. Maybe there's some, smoke to the fire there.
I think what I read that DC is we don't even have anything in line for this guy.
Right. So why would you want to do that? So he either knows something or he's just I'd like to play that character.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it is, right?
Because he's not The Rock where he can go in there and be like, yeah, I really want to be this character. And they're going to be like, all right, Rock, Dwayne, we're going to do whatever you want. I don't think Batista has that. He doesn't have that.
Well, when we watch this Army of the Dead, we'll know a little more. Because I know he's in a few roles, but I know him as Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, which are my favorite movies. He's great as Drax, but he has 4 lines. I mean...
Well, he has more than Groot.
I am Groot. That was good. Well done.
So yeah, we'll see where it goes. Well, no, they already said go fuck yourself. That's it.
So no, we're good.
So he's gonna have to figure something else out.
Well, because WP doesn't know what the fuck they want to do. So like,
No, they don't have a clue.
they're like, we appreciate your reaching out, but we're not hiring. We're not hiring right now.
Like with the whole what they're trying to do with Batman, they're trying to get.
Oh my goodness!
You know what I mean? So,
dude, the biggest superheroes on the planet, and WB doesn't know what the fuck to do with them. It's amazing to me. It's like if Marvel had those guys, it'd be like level 5, level 10. They'd be right there. And WB's like, well, we got Superman, we got Batman. We just can't make it work, man.
oh, they don't know what's going on.
They don't.
You know, they don't. They're having a hard time trying to figure it out. They've always had a hard time trying to figure that out. Especially with the Superman. They can't make a good Superman movie for the life.
Well, I feel bad for him, the Superman thing, because it's fucking Superman. But we were talking about earlier about the Batman thing that popped up. I might be on the outside. I liked Ben Affleck.
Well, what's the Batman thing you're talking about?
We were talking about WB is talking about like trying to get Ben
HBO
Affleck.
Max, yeah.
Yeah,
HBO
like,
Max, yeah.
like trying to get their own like
Series.
a WB Plus or whatever they want to call it.
No, it's HBO Max. They're trying
Right.
to get on HBO Max.
And they want to put Ben Affleck in the suit on a show.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Ben Affleck was a great Batman. He's got the look, he's got the face, he has the growl. And this is why I know I'm not friends with like with DC people. Because they all hated him. He's like, worst Batman ever. I'm like, that's probably the best Batman I've seen since like Michael. So that's between you guys.
And
I thought Ben was a great Batman.
And I don't know, Ben's at a point in his career where he's going to resort to cable
TV show.
television.
No, I don't think so.
So they're really going to have to propose something.
He went for Disney Plus though. Disney Plus is huge. Sorry. No.
Yeah, but they don't pay
If you guys
them.
want to sponsor us, hey.
But the thing is, from what I'm hearing, they don't pay at Disney Plus. Like, they don't pay.
A lot of those folks, I would assume they're already pretty well off, man. You're just promoting yourself this time. You know what I mean?
I think I would rather work for Warner Brothers. I don't know, maybe. Disney
I wish I don't have a boo button.
Plus. I don't know. It just seems like over there at the whole Disney, they're slimy people over there.
So they pay better. So you'd go, I'll go for WB because they just pay better.
Well, Ben ain't gonna
It's not going to do any better for my career, but man, they pay well.
Well, it ain't gonna do good for your career if you go over to Disney.
Yeah, well, it might. It might. I think it would. I think you're better off going to Disney taking less money than going to WB and taking more money for a shit job.
Well, Ben is he's a DC guy, anyways.
I don't think so, man. Have you seen Mallrats? He's part of that whole family. They're Marvel guys.
Kevin Smith is a huge DC guy.
He's also a huge Marvel guy.
Yeah, but he leans more DC.
Well, that depends on which way you look at it. Maybe.
I don't think you'll ever see Affleck in Marvel. I don't think so. I don't think you'll see that.
If he was like 5 inches shorter, he could be the next Wolverine. He's too tall.
I think he'd have to be a foot shorter.
Foot shorter.
Definitely.
Well, in the comics, he's like 4'2".
Yeah.
So
if he loses, because Ben's about 6'5".
he's 6'4", I think.
Yeah, so he'd have to lose a foot.
He'd lose a foot.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
So yeah, it's just like how it ain't gonna happen. There's not gonna be Disney or a HBO Max Plus with Ben. going in there in the Snyder universe. And then they're trying to keep the Snyderverse still going. But, when you had the Superman, what's his name? Henry
Cavill?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that plays The Witcher.
Exactly, because they should have kept him as Superman.
Perfect Superman,
then they wanted to go woke, and you got a black Superman. You already had the perfect Superman. So,
as you said before, we're obviously not DC people, but he looked the part. He looks the guy. He's got the blue eyes. He's got the body, the build.
And he wants to be Superman.
I'm like, you can't search the planet, I don't think, and find a better guy than that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could keep looking, but I don't think you'll find it.
And a guy that actually wants to still continue to be Superman.
And who wants to play the character. And I feel the same thing with Ben Affleck. He looks like Batman, sounds like Batman, has the body and build to be Batman. Were those movies done well? No, they weren't. But it's not all his fault. So, I don't know.
Well, now they got Robert Pattinson, so I think it's going to be great.
Oh, I can't wait for Twilight Batman. Is it Twilight Batman now? They said he got super ripped. Or does he have to be ripped?
No, the thing is, he didn't get ripped.
He'd be like Michael Keaton.
No, that was their main issue. He didn't want to get ripped.
Okay, I'll be the suit make ripped.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton style. You never know, Woo. Let's not judge. That might be really good.
Oh, it could be because it looks
When does that come out?
I don't even think it's done filming.
Jesus F. It's not even done filming. It might be good. Trust me, I don't know. It's like I said before. Like our buddy Ray's not here, and he hates DC, but we grew up on all the same shit. I don't hate DC. I just hate what they've done to their movie universe. They're just awful. The movies have been bad. Just for the record, I like Batman. I like Superman. Well, Superman's a little OP. I like Batman. I like all those characters. There's movies that just suck for so long. Get your shit together. Look what Marvel's done. You know what I mean?
Suicide Squad. It's like, really?
That's awful. It's like a B movie.
Like, seriously, like, you got so much going on that you can go with. And then you go with Suicide.
With that. I was watching the backyard today. Thor, Ragnarok. Amazing. And that's like a side story to multiple side stories. And WB can't do that.
I mean, one of the main characters in DC, you got the Penguin. I even look at Robin. I mean, sadly enough, people might look at him as just kind of being a little flamey or whatever, but he still has always been Batman's sidekick. I know throughout the years, they've always tried to turn him into this vigilante kind of like the Punisher style, where he's kind of too cool for school, but Robin was his dude. When are we going to get Batman in the old school suit with Robin, and then you got Joker, Penguin, Mr. Riddler, and I mean the list goes on. At least when you had the Joel Schumachers and the old ones back in the 90s, at least you kind of had all those characters in there, the Two-Faces and Mr. Freeze. Those seemed more comic book related than the new ones. Sure, I know you got the Dark Knights and the different storylines, or just different comics in general, but those seem to get poo-pooed on a lot more than the new ones,
I agree with you.
Christopher Nolan.
If you really go back in time, those are really good movies. So, I'm sure they did well in the box office, but like fans look back on times like those sucked. I'm like,
definitely.
They weren't that bad.
Because they had all the characters.
Yeah, all the characters. Especially if you were a DC person. They're all there. They're all there, behaving similar to the way they did in the comics. So they did that right. But apparently, I guess fans didn't. Well, they didn't like that Batman. It's not the right guy. Oh, we moved this Batman. We changed this Batman.
You got three different ones. You had the Keatons,
Right.
then you went to Val Kilmer, and then ended with George Clooney.
They were good movies. Like, obviously a Marvel guy. We all went to theaters. We watched these movies.
Yeah, because Marvel wasn't putting up movies at that time. It was only DC.
No.
It was only Batman. That was all you had.
Yeah, that's all you got. They weren't bad. Were they kind of cheeky and cheesy? Sure, they were. They weren't bad. So, if you're listening to this episode, go back and watch them. Because they're not that bad. I just gave DC some love. Woo!
But they're still shit in the bed to this day.
Well, yeah, because they haven't changed. They're still the same. Marvel moved up. They stepped there. Well, they went to here.
Yeah.
And DC's down there in the basement. Sadly enough. That's...
But they're trying, you know,
they gotta keep
with
trying.
with the whole trying to get Affleck over to HBO Max is just kind of a pull to get them a step ahead, or just try to be equal with Disney Plus. You know, they're just trying to do something.
Oh, I agree with you. What you said earlier. Excuse me. I don't think you'd do it. You never know. Maybe you would. Maybe he would. I thought he was good at Batman. He had the voice without like the Christian Bale.
He did, yeah. Christian Bale tried to sound like that.
Who are you? You know, Affleck kind of had it like naturally without the voice changer. So
Yeah,
maybe
that was bad. Christian Bale, that turned me off of those movies. That's one of the reasons I don't really like those, because of that.
But strangely enough, that's like everyone's favorite Batman. From like not our generation, but the newer generation. That's their Batman. Their Batman is Christian Bale.
I would say, for me,
who are you?
The worst, my worst
Give
Batman.
me back my son.
Yeah, that's the worst Batman out there.
Yeah, and for this newer generation, that's their favorite. That's their favorite. Because that's what they watched.
I had a hard time with Christian Bale because of his portrayal of Batman. I had a hard time with him. It took me a while to actually be able to enjoy his movies because I was so turned off because of the voice. It sounds so forced. Like, so forced.
It's not just that. It's just like, he just like drops into the jail. And he's like talking to the cops. Like,
With the suit on.
yeah, like full Batman up.
Then he leaves in broad daylight in his suit.
Get him.
He
Get
might as well
him.
just stop and pick up a hot dog in a newspaper on his way out.
It's like, dude, don't you realize you're a vigilante?
Yeah.
That's like Punisher hanging out of the jail.
And bats
Makes
are
sense.
nocturnal, so they're not out. He comes out at night. He's cruising around in the broad daylight.
I didn't think about that. Well, he's a bat, so he always hunts at night, so. Just hanging out like Commissioner Gordon's like, where is he? We'll help you. We'll help you. Good. I'm like, well, that's some great writing. It's like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? DC, work on your shit.
Well, apparently they're trying. But I think what they're trying with is going to backfire. I don't think it's going to work.
I'm cool with Ben Affleck. I just don't think he'd do it.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, he's went through a major divorce, right? Trying to fix his life. He's an alcoholic. And the last thing he wants to do is like, I want to take on a show as Batman that everyone hated me as, because he got lots of backlash.
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck would I do that? Why would I? Because the one Pattinson's doing right now, he wrote it. He wrote it and was supposed to direct.
Really,
Oh, yeah.
Robert Pattinson wrote actually a Batman.
No, Ben.
Ben Affleck, yeah. Because he relieved his self-duties because he wanted to focus more on getting shit together.
That was his deal. It's like, I'll do a Batman, I'll do Justice League, I want to write and direct one. And they kind of used his script to write the Pattinson one. You can Google it.
Yeah, I heard
Y'all
about that.
can Google it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I ain't making this stuff up. But they used his script for this Batman. About a broken man who's... It's supposed to be about a guy like our age, 40s, 50s, whatever. But they did tailor it down a little bit for Pattinson. But I'm pretty sure it's his script. But he had to back out on it because his alcohol issues and then his divorce. So yeah, he's not going to go back to WB. Warner Brothers.
And because they're going a whole other direction too. You know, with a...
It's like, no. Well, can I say it first? It's like, if Disney's getting woke, we're going to get way more woke. We'll get woker than you.
Oh, they did. They one-up him. And guess who one-up him? J.J. Abrams.
Of course.
Because he's the one that's doing the new Superman. So, and we know how woke they are. So,
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's just where we're at with that.
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah. Another topic for another time.
Well, strange enough, you talk about woke-ass bitches. Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson. How do we do the introduction? This is the guy who directed your favorite Star Wars movie. Right?
All right. Yeah.
He wants to direct some Mandalorian episodes. And this was breaking news to me today. And obviously, I'm not happy about that.
With backing, too, from my understanding. You know, he has backing.
KK?
So.
We said some bad things about you last week, KK, and I just want to apologize. I still don't like you. Yeah.
Because it is your fault.
It's all your fault.
And if they allow this douchebag to come in and even have the slightest bit of influence, let alone direct, the only thing that's promising right now in Lucasfilm could just... You know, that's to me, it's kind of frightening. This is even a topic. How is this even a topic? But I don't understand. This should not even be a topic. But it's a topic.
Yeah, it should be a topic. We shouldn't be talking about this.
No. Because right now when you got something that's a pretty well-oiled machine right now that's going on with what the Filoni's and the Favreaus are doing, continue to let it run smoothly. If you bring in this guy and the cancerous people that are involved with him, it's going to spread. It's what's going to happen. And then they're going to have this by the balls too, like they have with, you know, the films. So right now with just the TV shows is kind of what the fans have that still resemble Star Wars in the slightest bit is going to go down the drain if this guy or these people come over and infest their ideals and, you know, their nonsense that they bring, you know, their political agendas.
That's it. Do. That's pretty much it. You know, the one through the weasel they weigh in. I just want to direct one episode.
Which could lead to two.
Well, maybe can I get two?
Yeah.
Well, why isn't that why all your characters so white? Where's the black people? You know, it's just like, dude, can we just make a show? We got people all kinds of color here. Yeah. Get your woke ass out of here. Because once you sneaks in, it's like a cancer, and it grows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what'll happen. And they know that. That's why they're doing it. Because Ryan Johnson, at the end of the day, is a puppet. He doesn't really go in there with his own ideas. He goes in there with everybody else's ideas. You know, they tell him how high to jump. Well, they tell him jump, and he asks how high. That's just kind of what he did. That's just his mentality. It's a puppet.
KK. He works for KK.
And that's why he's still around. Is because he does what he's told.
I know people.
There's no fighting.
That's the worst thing you ever hear. They say in Hollywood, "Oh, I know people." Oh, so that means you're dangerous. Mm-hmm. It means you're paid. How about grow a set and follow your own instincts and be your own person?
Or have your own ideas. You're a director.
Originality. Wow.
Have your own ideas.
Shocker.
And when Mark Hamill says, this isn't like what Luke Skywalker is all about. Well, Kathleen Kennedy tells me differently. Mark, this is what we're doing. Know your role.
And obviously, Mark Hamill has different political beliefs than me.
Yeah.
But this is one thing I agree with him on. He said straight up, it's like, this dude is fucking this shit up. So you can Google it. Yeah, what? Google it.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's like Mark Hamill warns us.
Yeah. Mark Hamill warned you. This guy was fucking up Star Wars. And it's all there. So it's not coming from us. Don't sue us. It came from Mark himself. And that guy is about as left can get.
He's so far left, he's almost right.
Exactly. Excuse me. But he
went on tour pretty much. On every goddamn TV show, anybody that listened to him.
Yeah, it's on YouTube as well. So
it's like a 30-minute clip.
Yeah. It's there. So if you guys think we're just rumor milling this, no, it's not. And it's out there. And, it's like, dude, this guy's fucking this up. And that was sequel 2.
Yeah.
God, it's bad.
Oh, the build-up for that. Just the build-up. You know, after The Force Awakens, the build-up from the end of that, then you wait a few years to what we've seen, it's so disappointing. Just so disappointing.
Well, I think they're all pretty disappointing. One was pretty good, but I think we talked about, was it last week or the week before? We talked about Lucas's real version.
That was last week, yeah.
Yeah. So check that out on YouTube. It's called Star Wars Theory. Really good. That's how it should have went down. But
they wanted it to go down, yeah.
How
he presented it to
how George Lucas, his idea was. But back to the movies, 1 was okay. That was written and directed by JJ. Not bad. 2, what the fuck? And then 3, JJ had to come back. All right, I gotta fix all your shit.
And it was even that's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's still
visually,
better. Visually, yeah. Dude, JJ's a great director, man. I cheered up on that one, but the story's so out of whack now. It's like, you guys killed everybody we care about. You know, not everybody, but a lot of them. This will be the last time we say that guy's name on this podcast. Ryan Johnson.
Go fuck yourself.
Kiss my ass. I'll never say your name again. You suck. You know you suck, too. Come on.
As Doom calls him, Ruin Johnson.
Ruin Johnson. Suck ass. You're gone. Your name will never be mentioned. Ever.
Bye-bye now.
Sell out, punk. All right. What else we got to talk about?
Well, we got the new Resident Evil, The Village, which will be out, I believe, next week.
I watched that trailer. Those games are so... To me, it's different because PlayStation 1, I played those games. And that's back when, scary games were actually scary. Resident Evil 1 and 2 were it creep you out, like in your own room. And then this Resident Evil 7 came out a couple years ago. So, you know, nowadays we got like fancy headsets. You know, I have Astro A20s, wireless, whatever. And you're playing now on your Xbox. And you put those headsets on. Dude, that's even scarier. Because you hear the people walking around, the footsteps. It's like, and your heart gets going a little bit. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. They get you going in a different way when you're a kid. Because then you're just playing in front of the TV. We're kids. You don't have that audio is not there. But when you're now with these cool fucking headphones we got now, it's like, dude, I can hear all this shit all around me. And it's like, I don't know if I can play this that much longer. Like, I had to take this shit off, go out and have a drink. So, yeah. Check out the trailer for the new one. It's creepy, man.
Yeah, you got like a 9'7" big old, like a
whatever.
Witch. So, yeah, she just kind of looks like a madam, you know, because he looks like
from the trailer, a witch. Yeah.
But she's dressed like an old like prostitute back in like the 1800s.
It's creepy. I get the chills. I get the chills just
and she's huge.
Thinking about it. Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm excited to see her. That's who you're going to be battling against. So.
Yeah, definitely check out the trailer. And obviously play the old ones too, but yeah, man, it's nothing gives you that vibes. You know, we're in our 40s, but dude, when that gives you that chills, it makes you feel like you're a kid again. It's like, oh. Nothing gets you like that. You know, like the first time I played Zelda, you know, it's like, you know, you feel the goosebumps and stuff like that. It's awesome. And Resident Evil definitely can do that. So, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't even beat 7 Biohazard.
Well, I played it on the VR. I was playing it with that.
That's even worse.
And
how could you do that?
Yeah.
That gives you like, they call that like
the motion sickness.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. I had to take a break, come back. It was different, you know. It was a different experience with it, but yeah, I did beat it. But
is that weird? Like when you're shooting your gun, is it harder to move around?
No, I didn't. I don't use my gun on that. I still use the my controller.
No, but I'm just saying when you still aim your gun. Because from your headset, you're still pointing at your gun.
Yeah.
That didn't seem weird. Did it seem weird? Did it seem very fluid?
Yeah, it was fluid. Where the motion sickness comes in is everything's kind of delayed. Like if you want to turn and you look, it's always delayed. So when you turn, it's always like a second delayed.
Right.
So that's what was kind of the annoying part about it. Was that light?
They call that vertigo.
Yeah, exactly what it is. It's vertigo. So I look down, then it will look down.
Yeah.
You know, I look over, and by the time I turn back, I turn over. So it's like those are still glitches.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when they come out with it for the PS5, they'll fix those glitches. So
yeah, I would probably.
I wouldn't play it again on VR until they fix those glitches. So. I would have rather played it normal style, but I wasn't going to buy it again.
Well, it still looks good on just like PC or console.
No, it's beautifully. It's a beautifully designed game. So, everything's fine with it.
Super creepy.
Yeah.
If you guys are into that kind of thing. So that's probably one of the best ones. That's the other one. That's one we were playing like last year. Because you can get those different horror movie guys from our past.
Oh yeah, well I had that's called
Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
you can play as.
You could get Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Ghostface Killer, Leatherface. You can get all those guys in there, which is pretty rich. And
it's really fun because you can actually play with other people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're the killer. Sometimes you're just person trying to run for your life.
Yeah, just trying to get out of Dodge.
Yeah. Which is kind of bitching. And I think a lot of those games, that's all available on Xbox Live and PlayStation.
Yeah, it's like Xbox Live. You can play the Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Which is another cool one. What I like about that one is it's not a POV, a first person. You actually get to see the, like, Jason. You know, opposed to Dead by Daylight, you only get to see, like, Freddy's claw or Michael Myers' knife or Leatherface's chainsaw. I guess I just like more of, I actually get to see the character.
Yeah. All right, well, you know what? We're getting towards the end of the show, but I always try to get a minute to Game of Thrones talk. So, my niece, B, you better watch the show, B. I called you out. So she started watching Game of Thrones with us. And it's pretty cool to be watching it again. She can't get you back in the mood. But when she's not here, because obviously, she lives with her mom, but we can't watch it until she's here. So it's that vibe's I want to watch the show, but it's can't watch it till B's here.
Can't be one step ahead.
Yeah, it's but dude, I want to watch Game of Thrones. And that was her rule. She wants to watch it with us. I'm like, dude, I need my Thrones, man.
Well, same thing with my daughter. She started watching Stranger Things. And she's 11, so I don't really want to skip
same vibe. Yeah. She wants to watch it with you. Yeah. Because it's kind of that family vibe. It's I want to watch it with you, see how it goes.
Yep. Try to get her caught up by the time the next season comes out, which will be next year. So
5 years.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, it's the great thing about talking about Game of Thrones or Stranger Things. Sorry, mic movement. Lost. Mm-hmm. Whenever I get on a show break, I can't find anything I want to watch. Go back to Lost, which is probably the best show that's ever been made. It's Lost. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've watched it 3 times over.
I'm thinking about 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think I got it 3 times.
I'm thinking about 5 now.
3 or 4.
It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Who is your favorite character, if you don't mind me asking?
I would say Ben Linus is my favorite character.
You lying son of a bitch. You know it's Jack. I think you told me
Jack.
I think you told me a million times it's Jack.
I don't mind Jack, but he's not my favorite character. He's too boring.
It's Ben?
I like Ben.
Ben?
Yeah. Jack's he's just Jack.
Well, Jack is designed to be your favorite character.
Yeah, Jack's just Jack. You can't say anything bad about him. He's just Jack. He's just Jack.
Well, he's the leader of the show. And he was designed to be. If you didn't like Jack, then you weren't paying attention. Jack's thrown right in front of you.
Yeah, if you don't like Jack, then you're just that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're just that guy.
Yeah. I don't hate Jack, but yeah, he wasn't my favorite character either. But sure that wasn't Benjamin Linus.
It's like Ben. I don't know, Ben was cool.
Ben was cool only because, God, he was, what do you want to call it? He was
slimy.
Slimy. Could just, you remember when he pretended to talk to Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
But he pretended. He said, Locke, did you hear him? No. Well, I was talking to him. You didn't hear that?
Locke was all just didn't really.
Locke's like, I didn't hear shit. Yeah, he told me.
He manipulated all those guys so many times over. Yeah, so many times over. Well, that's what made his character interesting.
It did.
I haven't watched it in a
See, I would
years.
almost Locke would be my favorite character because he's the most interesting. But my favorite is still
Sawyer.
The greatest character. I love this character arc. Everyone hated him. Everyone loved him. Everyone hated him. It's just so up and down with Sawyer.
Roller coaster.
And he does it on purpose. I was watching the episode the other day when like Kate's like, do you really want people to hate you? He's like, I don't like it anyways. Keep on walking, Stay Puff. and Kate's like, do you realize they all love you now? He's like, I don't need that shit. It's like he didn't. It's like he literally sabotages his own life. Like people love him. He's like, he has to create. Like, don't get attached to me.
Yeah.
It's like he has to do it.
But when he was in, what was that called, like Dharmaville?
Dharmaville, yeah.
When he was like the man there, what was his name?
Well, that's
LaFleur?
different.
He was LaFleur.
That's James LaFleur.
Yeah. He had it made there. He was a family man.
Well, because he grew up, man.
Yeah. He's a family man.
That was James LaFleur.
James LaFleur.
He's like, I just work here, Jack.
He was a family man. He went home into his house.
Very sweet to his wife.
Yeah.
This woman played songs, brought music. Yeah. Good stuff. Sorry, I was trying to do the clapping. Dude, I love Lost. Sorry if we talk about this long. I can always edit this shit out, but...
Yeah, Lost is cool.
Lost
Everybody likes
is cool.
Lost.
Everyone likes. If you don't like Lost, you might not like this show. I don't know.
Then you can get lost.
You oh
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, super long clapping right there. That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Harold Week.
Do we got anything else?
I think that's it.
We're pushing on 52 minutes.
Yeah, that's about it. We're down to brother, so.
Yeah, we're down, brother. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you woke ass bitches next time. Later.
Stay woke.